Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Vikings Season 6, Episode 12. Let's talk about last episode. There's not really a lot to say other than the main thing on everybody's minds is that Bjorn died. He was killed. He was killed at the end of the first part of Season 6, but he ended up actually dying from these wounds last episode. I thought that his death was done in an amazing way. It wasn't stretched out, it wasn't overdone, it was beautiful. And with the whole thing that happened with Vitserk and even Ivar, they were just staring at him like, whoa, this guy is defying every single law of physics, like maybe he is a god. And Vitserk actually had to remind Ivar, I'm pretty sure, he was like, you know, this guy is not a god, and neither are you. So the fact that they had to remind themselves of that means that this was a tremendous thing that he was doing, that he was able to do even on his deathbed. He wanted to die on the battlefield and give them a message. Like that was very much about, it was a symbolic way of him going out, and also he wanted to send a message to the other side. So yeah, it was a big loss. I don't know, it seems kind of weird to me that they saved it for this episode, like episode 12. It almost feels like it was supposed to be a part of the previous, you know, like the first part of season 1, but I guess they wanted people to have a reason to go into the second half of season 2 and maybe just set the tone, to have this like really dark, grim tone. One of these main characters that we've known since season 1 going out really sets that tone. So, I mean, we had Lagatha's death. I don't think, it's a very close call for me which death episode, if you want to call it that, was more moving, because both of them were really different but very similar in the way that they made me feel about it. Obviously Lagatha's included Ragnar, so that had that emotional pull, like that little extra emotional pull. If Ragnar was in any way integrated into Bjorn's death episode, I don't know what I would have done. I even said, even hearing Snake Pit poetry makes me tear up because I start thinking about Ragnar. So I'm preparing for the fact that, you know, maybe we'll get something Ragnar related this season before the show ends. I know he's dead. I know that there's different issues going on, but with the end of such a show that he was such a big part of and such a huge influence on like the people who watched it, I would hope that they would send him out. We also got mention of Floki. Floki maybe possibly coming back in the next couple of episodes. I have no idea. I really hope he comes back. I want to see him. Like, I don't know if that's been confirmed or anything, but I want to see him before the end of the season. Yeah, and then Ivar, typical shit happening with Oleg too. Ivar is conspiring with Oleg and trying to kind of get this kid to, you know, have these thoughts towards his uncle. I thought that was his dad, it's his uncle. He's having these thoughts that maybe I should overthrow him, you know? Maybe I'm being taken advantage of and I shouldn't take his shit anymore. So I think Oleg is very much anticipating the fact that Ivar is doing this, but maybe they'll spin it around and throw a 180 at us. I said last episode maybe Igor, I think that's the little kid's name, maybe he was an informant on Ivar this whole time. I don't think so. But right now, I think what Ivar said he was doing next was contacting Deer, or was it the other brother? He was contacting one of the brothers of Oleg. So, yeah. I'm going to shut up and get into the episode, so without further ado, let's get into episode 12. So what happens now? Like, what is Ivar's next steps? I know that he wanted to conspire with Deer, with Igor, but, like, what is the plan? I know Deer probably has resentment. He said he was going to raise Deer's army or get men from Deer. There's that bitch again. That is so weird to me. That is still the weirdest thing to me. But that is the same actress as, what's her face? Freydis.
We were defeated by that man.
I don't understand.
The great Bjorn Ironside. Our soldiers panicked. They ran away.
But if he was
It
dead...
doesn't matter. They must be punished. Those responsible. It's not possible for us to be defeated.
Just
It won't happen
happened.
again. It'll never happen again.
He's so angry. He has so much anger inside of him. This man needs to go to therapy.
Yeah, brother. Bjorn Ironside, King of Kattegat, is dead.
Oh. Oh, I got chills. That's like such crazy news, because you think of Bjorn as this invincible character, and I'm sure people on the show, like Uba, probably believed that too. Everybody thought he was just not able to be killed. What? Jesus. What the fuck? What was that for?
I said come down!
This poor kid. I keep saying it. If he didn't already have resentment towards him.
I have destroyed your innocence. It's time you grew up, Igor. For how else are you ever going to be king?
You bring him to the front lines of these wars that happen, and you think that he's not mature? He's literally witnessed people dying. You think destroying his room is going to traumatize him?
A great miracle happened. You rode out in front of our warriors. And the Rus, having heard of his demise, were shocked and terrified to see him actually alive again. Those superstitious creatures, they fled before him, and they never returned. You're in this faraway place. I want to pay tribute and salute the life of my brother Bjorn. We all loved him, he was our hero. I know that he wanted us to go on this incredible journey and to find the new land. Just like our father. He is now in Valhalla with Ragnar, so there's no need to be sad. Fill up your horns. Bjorn.
I got chills. Like, they haven't gone away. Like, I get chills, man. So I wonder how they did his body. Like, did they stuff his body? I wonder how they got him. Like, did they use his actual dead body?
I think you should summon an old thing. And I will propose you as queen.
Wow. She deserves that shit.
I do not think I am so popular. We're popular by association.
Yep.
I have no desire to be queen. But you know perfectly well you cannot decide your own fate.
She can do it. That's the thing.
Or it is already written.
I think she'd be a good ruler. She's very level-headed. I've never not liked her. Like, she might be my favorite female character. She's badass. Whoa.
Ancient one. I should have known.
What is real now will not be real tomorrow.
Scared the fuck out of me.
Don't listen to all the voices.
This guy is dead, alive. He is everything. Yeah, now he's gone. It was just like his soul, I guess. I don't know, because he died. He fully was killed. Right? Am I just misremembering that? No, he was gone. I always find the different outfits so interesting in all the different lands. Like, different Vikings wore different clothing. Like, in Russia, they wore the hats. Even their helmets are different. I just find that very, very interesting.
What is these men?
They are the most important officers in our army. They need to be reminded that they're not as important as they imagine themselves to be.
I feel like even Ivar is like,
I don't want to watch.
damn, this guy is sick.
These officers betrayed their country. I must make an example of them. They don't deserve to be spared. Richard!
Really? You gotta kill them so brutally? I feel like even Ivar is taken aback by this, which is crazy because Ivar literally killed children.
One day, this will be your kingdom.
No.
Show
There's
them what you will do to traitors.
there's no way.
My wife and children. I do not deserve to die. Please,
He's a sicko.
please.
Ugh. He waited for Ivar's go ahead on that one. I don't think he would have done it if Ivar shook his head no. Like, if Ivar was like, hey man, don't do it. You don't have to. I don't think he would have done it. Wasn't there another guy? I thought there was two guys right there. He got one of them. I guess both of them died.
I've decided to call a meeting of the Althing. Kattegat must have a new ruler. If anyone will stand against me. Have you heard any rumors? And what about Ingrid?
I have no idea.
And you will support me?
Of course.
You're ambitious.
I want to be honest. Honest about my desire for you.
She's like, okay. I don't think Ingrid would give her an issue. Like, considering how much Gunhild has showed respect to her, to Ingrid.
Moment of your time, sirs.
Go away, you filthy peasant.
I have a story to tell.
I told you to go away.
Oh my god, it's the brother.
Prince dear.
When we have captured the garrison, I expect you and Prince Igor to join me.
It's what
You
they
will
want.
receive a dagger. That will be the signal for you to flee from Kiev. You are the rightful king of this great land. I will see you crowned.
Thank you, Prince dear. I love you.
That's his uncle, right? Yeah.
Good sir. Son of Ragnar. Why did you want to talk to me?
I like Vikings. I would like to have a bodyguard of Vikings. I would trust you more than my own guards.
Don't trust him. Don't take the bait.
I believe we should attack Constantinople. A richer and much more attractive target.
It's a big target.
Along this hill grows, the Chinese and Arabs have given us many things.
What is it?
It's just poppy seed. You just
Oh.
melt.
That's
It
freaking
makes you
opium.
happy. Oh, it just
No
wants more
bueno.
sane.
No
Are you
bueno.
so
That's fucked up. That's some strong shit, too.
Smell it.
He's done with that life. Come on, Vitzerk. Don't be like Ragnar.
What did you look like? This Freydis.
Like you, bitch. What the fuck? Like literally you.
She was small. Like you. But blunt. What do you want me to say, huh?
Only what you want to say.
You want to betray Oleg. You just say that.
And how can I prove it to you?
I don't know.
Never. I would never trust her. Ever.
I am carrying Björn's child.
I remember you told me that you were raped by King Harald. So perhaps the child you carry is his.
Oh my god. I didn't even think of that.
I knew I was pregnant before Harold raped me. This is Björn's child.
Is it though? It could be Harold.
That should have been my child.
They couldn't have DNA testing done back then. There was no Maury Povich. This is not real. This is not happening.
Jeg kom her, Freydis.
Mm-mm.
Petter så ikke seid.
She knew she had blonde hair. Katya knew Freydis had blonde hair because of what he said. See, at first I thought it was some type of trick, some type of illusion. I mean, he killed his love, and now his love is back. He's gonna be at his weakest point mentally because he's gonna be preoccupied with this girl, Katya, who he thinks is Freydis. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't care.
I know that dear is still alive. Please tell me, has he been in contact with you?
Oh my god, Ivar, don't be so
Where
stupid.
is he?
He
Don't.
came here. He told me that his army is assembling and will soon take
Come
the
on,
field
my
of ground.
dude.
We're waiting for a signal. When the signal comes, we must spirit Igor away. Igor is the future.
I know.
Eric, what is it you really want?
I think you know.
I think there should be two queens. That's my proposition. And they should just jointly rule. Does there have to be a king? Oh, is that it? Alrighty. Alright, well first I want to ask, does there even have to be a king? Like, can there just be a queen that rules over? Or two queens by that virtue? I guess it's a battle between queens. Like, does there need to be a male figure there, or some type of figure there? I don't know. That's my question. I thought Alslog did a pretty good job without Ragnar, so I think it is a thing. It is possible. So, anyways, let's talk about what just happened this episode. Is anybody else baffled that Ivar is truly trusting this woman, this girl? I mean, Oleg talked about the first half of the season, this idea of illusions and somebody playing a magic trick, right? He's very much about, like, magic, just illusions. He did this whole speech about that. So why is Ivar falling for these tricks? It's literally an illusion in front of his face. The illusion is Freydis. The illusion is Katya posing as Freydis. And if I'm not mistaken, like 2 scenes before Freydis came back, Ivar had just revealed to Katya that Freydis had blonde hair. That's what she looked like. She was obviously trying to gauge what she looked like so that she could turn into her for Ivar. Is Ivar just not realizing it, or is he choosing to ignore it because this woman looks like what Freydis was? And he's just falling for that because he misses her, and maybe this is his chance at redemption. I don't know. I don't know what's going through Ivar's head, but clearly he's letting it work. He's getting distracted, and it's working. I mean, she's using herself, and she's using the way she looks to manipulate him, and now she's probably going to get info. Well, she did get info, not probably. Ivar willingly gave her all the information about what he did. He met up with Deer, and they have the signal. The signal is when the dagger is given to Igor, or when right? Igor? Yeah. That's the signal to go ahead, and I can't believe he would fall for something like that. But he did, I guess, and he's a little preoccupied now. Vitserk is obviously preoccupied too. He's back into the drug game. Oleg is just trying to cripple Ivar on all fronts because now Ivar doesn't have Vitserk. Vitserk's not at his 100%. I mean, it only lasted for a couple episodes. Kind of sucks. I hope he doesn't, like, spiral again and turn into a Vitserk that we don't even know, or potentially die. Oleg might just kill him and send Ivar off the deep end. Because if Ivar's preoccupied and his head's not in the game, it's just going to make it that much easier for Oleg to strike first. So I'm very surprised that Ivar is so easily manipulated by all of this, but maybe he'll surprise us and outwit Oleg, but I don't know. I think Oleg is just right there. I think Oleg is always one step ahead. So I guess we'll have to see. And then everything with Ube, I think, explains itself. We still haven't seen Floki in that storyline. I was wondering if those were the first settlers on Iceland, what they call Iceland. How did they bring animals there? Were there animals there? What kind of animals were there? Were they able to plant everything? Like, obviously the terrain, the soil is like non-existent. It's like very hard. It's probably difficult to grow crops. So I'm curious if anybody knows, is like just a general question, what can be farmed there at this point in time and even now? So if they're not trading, if they're not getting stuff from other places, then where are they getting it? Because obviously not a lot of it is coming from the ground. So yeah, that's basically it. That's basically everything that's going down. My prediction, I hope nothing happens to Gunhild, because I feel like Ingrid is gonna conspire more with that Eric dude, because she is actually carrying Bjorn's child, and Gunhild is obviously of less value because she is not able to have a kid as far as we know. So Ingrid is of much higher value, and that kind of sucks because I didn't want them to be pitted against each other. I kind of was hoping for them to just like team up and rule together, co-rule. I don't know. I mean, they were both the wives of Bjorn, so I don't see why that wouldn't be possible. I mean, that could have been possible with Lagatha and Alslag, but that's obviously not the way it went down. But yeah, I don't really have that much else to say. I kind of want to get into the next episode since I haven't been able to binge it, and now I have a couple of hours to myself, and I want to binge it. So yeah, I'm going to get into episode 13. As always, thank you guys for watching. Check out my other reactions if you have not already, and I will see you guys for episode 13. Alright, bye guys.